Rendering services. Rendering services have been described as one of the most important technologies that have come onto the market. It is, therefore, safe to assume that you have probably heard of render farms or rendering services. However, if you do not know what a render farm is, it is a system of computers that is used to render images. Rendering is essential for any process or industry that requires high-resolution computer graphics. Most modern industries use rendering services, and many of them have said that they cannot imagine how things would work without rendering. Many of the films and movies we watch today are made up of graphics that would be impossible without rendering. Most videos have details that would not be visible without rendering. Rendering services are, therefore, vital for the survival of the film industry and all industries that rely on computer graphics. The rendering service industry is made up of so many branches, the commonest of which is cloud rendering. Under cloud rendering, computer clouds are formed for the purpose of producing videos of very high resolution. This kind of rendering is extremely common because it is affordable and produces good quality videos. With cloud rendering, every part of the video rendered is converted into very high resolution, thus, making the whole video extremely clear. In other words, with cloud rendering, every part of the video becomes visible. Essential to note is that cloud rendering is mostly used for videos that need high resolution, or those that need to be extremely clear to interest users, for example, video games. A visible video game is definitely more interesting than a game that is not clear. Cloud rendering can be defined as rendering that produces cloud-like substances in the background of videos and graphics. It is the kind of rendering that gives a life-like image to videos. Cloud rendering is responsible for the outdoor visuals in most video games. In other words, it is thanks to cloud rendering that most video games actually seem real. In addition to the making of video games, rendering services are also used for making web wallpapers and background pages. Essential to note is that despite all the things that rendering technology can do today, it is still not yet fully developed. In other words, what we see today is not the full potential of the rendering industry today. The industry is still growing and it promises to give us better and faster results in future. The technology is seen to have tons of potential as far as film and animation are concerned. It is, therefore, no wonder that many render farms have come up to tap into this lucrative business.